Well, hitting at the major league level, especially consistently, is one of the most difficult things to do in sports. And when you think about effective major league pitchers, they have the ability to sequence their pitches in a manner that, one, produces swing and miss or produces weak contact.
Okay, and we asked you for 4 qualities of good pitch sequencers. You gave us 4. Let's start with the 9 quadrants of the strike zone. Take us through this.
Well, when you look at the 9 quadrants of the strike zone, obviously you want to start at the top of the zone and you go across, and you will have the 3 quadrants at the top, you have the 3 quadrants in the middle, and then the 3 quadrants at the bottom of the strike zone. With all the information that we have afforded to us today, what I used to always say to our pitching coach, to our analytical department, I want to look at these 9 quadrants, and I want you to give me the information where weak contact is taking place within this player's swing. I think this is a great place to go when you start to look at pitcher-player matchups, and you're saying to yourself, which guy do I have that match up better with this guy? You can look at the 9 quadrants. You can look at where, one, this batter does not make weak contact, because let's face it, when you look at a player's swing, everyone's swing is subjected to 1 or 2 quadrants, or maybe some players are subjected to 6 or 7 quadrants. So from a coaching standpoint, you want to try to give your player, your pitcher, the information that allows him to know what quadrants he can get to get this hitter out.
And that's when you hear heat maps. That's what they're talking about. Where does a guy hit really well of those 9 quadrants? Where is he most able to be kind of gotten into weak contact or get swing and misses on him? Bo, next, effective velocity. You've talked about that a few times early this season. Break down effective velocity for us.
And effective velocity is all about being able to disrupt the timing of the hitter. Hitting is all about timing, and from a pitching standpoint, anything that you can do to slow the hitter down, speed the hitter up, you're going to be able to use your velocity more effectively to get that hitter out. Let's go to the tape and look at Stephen Strasburg use effective velocity here. And again, Stephen is one of the best in baseball because all of his pitches come out of the same tunnel, so his effective velocity is going to be much greater than most pitches. You see here, he throws a changeup there. It's 88 miles an hour. Matt Carpenter is out in front of that changeup. He's now saying to himself, let me stay back, let me see the ball longer. Before you know it, there's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. That 95-mile-an-hour fastball, after that 88-mile-an-hour changeup in which he was out in front of, it now looks like 105
right,
because mentally he's telling himself, let me stay back and see the ball longer. All of a sudden, the effective velocity takes off. It throws off the timing of the hitter, and he locks up.
Okay, now what about purpose pitches, Bo? You hear about that in terms of a guy pitching inside, maybe moving a hitter's head and forcing him back off the plate. Take us through purpose pitches.
Purpose pitches, a pitch within an at-bat, once you as the pitcher realize, I know where I'm going to basically finish this guy off. I know where my out is at. You want to basically set that hitter up in order to basically have a better effect to your purpose pitch. And we saw a great sequence the other night with the game on the line, our best guy against their best guy. Sean Doolittle came in, they pinch hit Goldschmidt, and it's bases loaded, and here we go. This is a heavyweight fight here. He goes hard right there, center cut, hard center cut, 2 fastballs, 95 miles an hour. Then he comes hard in with a fastball, and Goldschmidt hit this ball about 435 feet foul. All of a sudden, what did Doolittle do? He goes, here's my purpose pitch. He throws a fastball away, only to come right back to the inner third. Goldschmidt couldn't hold on. He punches him out for a big out in that ball game. When you look at that sequence, the most important pitch in that entire sequence was the fastball that Doolittle threw to the outer third of the plate.
Because he knew that he wanted to come back in, but he set him up for that pitch with the one away?
Again, because this is what happened. Goldschmidt finally, he fouled off 2 fastballs. He goes, I got to get it going.
Right.
He finally gets it going, and he gets it going, and he pulls it foul.
Right.
Doolittle goes, wow, he caught up with me now. Now I'm going to get him out in, but before I come back in, I'm going to throw a fastball away because it's almost like reverse psychology. Goldschmidt is saying, I got him out of there. He's not going to come back in there. So when he see the fastball away, now he's looking out there going, he's going to get me out away. The purpose pitch has been set up. Here come the fastball in. It's too late. He tries a check swing, and he punches them out.
So a purpose pitch isn't always one that comes in off the plate that moves you as a hitter. It could just be one that sets you up for the out pitch. All right, Bo, count leverage. Very important for pitchers to have. Davey Martinez wants his guys to have it all the time. Talk to us about count leverage.
Count leverage is basically where you're in a count in which either the hitter or the pitcher has the advantage, and the next pitch will give obviously a greater advantage to either guy. So let's go to the tape and look at count leverage. And again, from a hitting standpoint, we all know that the count starts at 0-0, but when you're talking about count leverage, is whether the hitter is ahead in the count. There you go, you see a curveball by Steven. He now has count leverage. So instead of getting the fastball, he throws another breaking ball, which again, that's a fastball count in which he gets a breaking ball. Again, Steven Strasburg here, he's behind in the count. He throws a fastball up and away. The hitter now is thinking to himself, I am in a great position to get a good pitch to hit. Looking fastball, and what do you get? A breaking ball that basically locks up the hitter. Again, when you think about count leverage, it's the pitcher's ability to go from 1-1 to 1-2 with a pitcher's pitch and not the hitter's pitch. Most hitters, again, when you get into count leverage, you're looking for a fastball. And if you have a pitcher that possesses the ability, even when they are behind in a count, to be able to throw their secondary pitches for strikes to get them back into the count, that is a great sequence for a pitcher, because at any moment when you're ready to throw your fastball, now you're going to get all those other things that we just got finished talking about, whether it's effective velocity, whether it's a purpose pitch, whether it's you're able to use the quadrants of the strike zone of knowing not just can I throw a fastball, but where can I throw a fastball and what quadrant to induce weak contact.
Are there specific counts that you feel like it's most important? That one pitch swing from the hitter having the count leverage to the pitcher having the count leverage is most important?
I would say 1-1. I think 1-1 is the most pivotal count as far as pitcher-hitter matchup go, because when you go to 1-2, you're now in battle mode. You're protecting like a hockey goalie, and you're just saying down, not pass. Whereas if the hitter goes to 2-1, the pitcher now really has to make a pitch, because at that point, the hitter is in the driver's seat.